The Yogscast. As many of you may know, I've been watching these guys ever since I was 9 years old. There's just something charming about two British guys playing Minecraft that kept me coming back. Everyone loved it, and so did I. And although they've changed over the years, playing new games and adding new members, I still think they kept that charm. In fact, they upgraded it. And yes, I know some people don't like it and complain about how the Yogscast used to be good in their days, but I keep in mind that these guys are giving it their all and they couldn't use crappy mics and semi-low quality screen captures forever. They knew they had to upgrade at one point, and I don't really get why people are complaining about that there's too many members. I think it's a great idea, and it brings us more entertainment. With that said and done, I decided to talk about old Minecraft series that the Yogscast made. Now, I know there isn't a lot of old series out there, so I might talk about some of the newer ones as well later on. With that said, let's get to the first series that we'll be talking about. Shadow of Israphel. As I said in the beginning of this video, the first time I've ever watched the Yogscast is when I was 9 years old, and I was just getting into Minecraft then, so I was looking all over YouTube, and I found a video from a channel called Israphel, and the first video I remember watching of them was the Weeping Angels mod showcase, and I thought it was interesting, so I decided to look on their channel and see what else they had. I found Shadow of Israphel, and by God, it was amazing. I fell in love instantly. At that time, when I was 9 years old, there's only two YouTube channels that I would watch. That's Game Chop and Birdie, and of course, Israphel, aka the Yogscast, main channel. But, yeah, I mostly watched Yogscast because I was in love with Shadow of Israphel. It was the first time I saw a Minecraft series that told me a story. That was like an actual movie to me. I mean, it showed me that in Minecraft, there is endless possibilities of what you can do. You can tell a story, you can create something, you can do anything. There is no limit, and I thought it was amazing. I mean, I loved the story, and I mean, it was amazing. I loved the characters, like Old Peculiar and freaking Landslide, I think it was. I think that's how you pronounce it, but yeah, I loved every minute of watching it. It was so many things to me, and I laughed so hard, and I love the fact that, like, even though it's telling a story and stuff, and it's trying to be serious, sometimes it gets a little funny, and I also love the fact that, like, Simon and Lewis sometimes point out that why are they acting like this? This is Minecraft. We're in a game right now. I love that. I freaking love the fourth wall breaking in that series. It is amazing, or it was amazing, and I love it to this day. And let me tell you something. Before I knew about Simon Lane and Lewis Brindley, I first knew Honeydew and Zephos. I fell in love with Honeydew and Zephos. Heck, I thought that's what they looked like in real life. I mean, the first video I ever saw their face was like the old Advent, I think it was in 2011, where they showed their faces. And I remember being like, what? That's what they look like? They look nothing like their characters. But I got used to them as time went on, and yeah. But I will never forget me picturing what they look like IRL. And seriously, I fell in love with Honeydew and Zephos, just their characters. I mean, I haven't watched a series in a while, which I should really rewatch it because, oh, the nostalgia. But, seriously, now that I think about it, when I was little, I saw Honeydew and Zephos as freaking heroes. I looked up to them. I was like, I want to be that one day. Like, before I wanted to join the Yogscast, I wanted to go and, like, be sucked into Minecraft, be sucked into Shadow of Israphel, and go on adventures with those two goofballs. I was like hypnotized by them or something. I loved the story. I loved the settings. Like, when I saw all the buildings and stuff, all the cities and stuff, I was blown away that somebody could make that in Minecraft. Like Mistral, Barbecue Bay, all of that stuff, that seemed huge to me, and I was surprised that you could make that in Minecraft, because it was like the first biggest structure I've ever saw in Minecraft at that time. Like, my 9-year-old self is blown away, and I was like, oh my god, I want to do that. And like, I was speechless. I wanted to make stuff like that. I wanted to do what they did. I just fell in love with the series. It was so amazing. Now, of course, we are all sad in that it stopped right before episode 43, and we are all very upset about it. And yes, Luz has explained a bit why. That, like, he's afraid that the fans won't like it anymore, because, like, I've explained before that we all just want an ending. Heck, countless other YouTubers have done that too. But instead of right now ranting, I'm just explaining why the show is amazing while it was still going on. Shout out to Israphel. I will never forget it. It will always be part of my childhood. And I will always remember that Honeydew and Zephos used to be my childhood heroes.